Hello, this video is brought to you by my supporters on Patreon and my members on YouTube. Minasan, arigatou gozaimasu. My name is Kurt. Today is the 11th day of December 2023. It's my Good Life meditation, an exercise that I do each and every morning to remember my life objectives and principles, those which are outlined in my book, Going Alone, which you can find a link to down in the description. I also use this time to reflect on the last 24 hours and how I did with the various challenges and opportunities that I met. I planned for the coming day, and then I readied myself for death. But before I do all that, I like to read a poem. And today I'm going to read again May 23 by Edward Thomas. And I finally looked up the vocabulary. Cowslip is indeed a plant, a flowering plant. It's the plant that the man has in his buttonhole, old Jack Norman. Let's read the poem. May 20. May 23. There never was a finer day, and never will be while May is May, the third, and not the last of its kind. But though fair and clear, the two behind seemed pursued by tempests overpast, and the morrow, with fear that it could not last, was spoiled. Today, ere the stones were warm, 5 minutes of thunderstorm dashed it with rain, as if to secure by one tear its beauty the luck to endure. At midday, then, along the lane, old Jack Norman appeared again, jaunty and old, crooked and tall, and stopped and grinned at me over the wall, with a cowslip bunch in his buttonhole, and one in his cap. Who could say if his roll came from flints in the road, the weather, or ale? He was welcome as the nightingale. Not an hour of the sun had been wasted on Jack. "I've got my Indian complexion back," said he. He was tanned like a harvester, like his short clay pipe, like the leaf and burr that clung to his coat from last night's bed, like the ploughland crumbling red. Fairer flowers were none on the earth than his cowslips wet with the dew of their birth, or fresher leaves than the cress in his basket. "Where did they come from, Jack?" "Don't ask it, and you'll be told no lies." "Very well, then I can't buy." "I don't want to sell. Take them, and these flowers too, free. Perhaps you have something to give me." "Wait till next time, the better the day. The Lord could make a better, I say. If he could, he never has done." So off went Jack with his roll, walk, run, leaving his cresses from Oakshort Rill and his cowslips from Wheaton Hill. 'Twas the first day that the midges bit, but though they bit me, I was glad of it. Of the dust in my face, too, I was glad. Spring could do nothing to make me sad. Bluebells hid all the ruts in the copse. The elm seeds lay in the road like hops. That fine day, May the 23rd, the day Jack Norman disappeared. I really like that. I was thinking about that poem several times throughout the day yesterday, just going over it in my mind. I got one word wrong. I said couldn't instead of could. So I'm going to read it again tomorrow, see if I can get a good shot at it. I really like that poem. All right. Yesterday and last night, slept well. Was up just a little bit. Good day yesterday. Solid day. Nothing in particular. I did have one challenging bit of communication with Yumiko. I didn't communicate something clearly, and that resulted in a little confusion, but I think we cleared it up. It's easy to make those mistakes. other than that, everything went pretty smooth. Oh, we almost got ran over walking the dogs in the evening. That was scary. I maintained my composure through that. I got active and ambling, waving my arms to get the car to stop and from hitting us. But then immediately the emotions dropped and I gave them a scowl, but moved on. The appropriate response, I think, dissatisfaction, upset in due measure, but not coming from a warm heart, a hot heart, but coming from a wish to convey through nonverbal cues my upset and frustration at being almost killed with my wife and 2 dogs. But in fact, I was maintaining a sober and composed inside. That was relief. It's finding that more and more to be the case, that any sign of upset that I throw out into the world is more contrived than a result of heat within. It's a good sign, I think. All right, the Good Life Creed. 8 objectives. To be always ready to die. To make good and effective use of time. To develop and maintain good and sound life principles. To cultivate good emotional reactions. To perform good actions. To recognize my true limits and my true opportunities. To do just one thing at a time and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully. And to keep my balance. Now, for the 35 principles, I'm going to look to an aid. I'll use the book to guide me because I've been messing it up lately and I could use a little help. So these objectives and principles are listed in my book, Going Alone, in the chapter titled The Good Life. You can see them all listed out here, one by one. Here are the principles, one by one in bold, and then the description of each. Here we go. The principle of war, the principle of reason, the homunculus, anchor hold, the home of good and evil, the principle of purpose, the atomic principle, the principle of nature, the pirate ride, the principle of maturity, the social principle, the principle of family, public speaking, temperance, life will not go well, the horror show, that which must be born, the feast of Offal, the principle of distraction, agency and the great indifference, the best seat in the house, the restless man, the path of wildness, the great life adventure, the risk of avoiding risk. Too much space right there. Sin and damnation, complete oblivion, the season of philosophy, script writing, bullseye aim. Oh, I know why. The uphill climb, the arena and utility. Nothing is enough. The principle of fun, and being ready. They're all 35 right here. It's a newer copy. I know why I had extra space. All right, for today, it's a Monday. I'll finish all this up, read the Bible, feed the dogs, feed myself, get in the car, go to work. I have meetings today, and then I'll make myself available for more activities and meetings with the team. That's about it. Am I ready to die? Are my affairs in order? Yeah. Are my relationships sound? Yes. Is my life's work done and complete? Yes. I'm ready now to die, to go to nothing without a single backwards glance. I wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe. Take care. I will move forward and up. I will rarely stop, and I will never